Hello, and welcome back to the Sovren FX YouTube channel. So we don't have much time. Let us quickly dive right into what we're going to look at today. So it's a Monday, and we're expecting the flash manufacturing PMI data and flash services PMI for the dollar, which will be with us in the next 1 hour. I'm not sure if I'm going to be live when the data is being released, but I want to give you the trade ideas I'll be looking at during the release of the services and manufacturing PMI data. Okay, so today the expectations of seeing signs of a contraction and weakening data due to the pressure of a high interest rate environment and macro elevated inflation. So right now, PMI would have to be worse than forecasted expectations, which is 46.1, for it to hold a negative weight. Otherwise, it's priced in, and we've talked about the pricing in concept in other videos. I'll make a separate video just talking about the pricing in concept. So worse than expected data will lead to intraday dollar weakness and gold strength. So you can expect buys on gold if we get worse than expected data. So here, let me just quickly map out the trades I'm going to look at during the release. So you can just mark them out with me, because I'll most likely not be there when the data will be out. Can you hear me? Okay, so I had an issue with my mic, so we are back. This is what I'm looking for during this session and after the release of the data. Buys from 1965. For continuations, we need breaks above 1972, and holding above 1972 key level, we need to drive all the way to 1981 to finish off the day. Okay, so you just need to be patient. You can get entries at each key level. 100 pips per piece. So this was the first trade that you could take. Let us jump on to GJ. So this, I think this was last week's trade. I'm not sure if I called it out on the live stream, but the members of the private chat got these entries. We've called out the entries since last week. For 2 weeks we've been playing buys and just waiting for GJ to come all the way to 180 flat for us to execute our buys. Okay, so right now, as you're currently seeing, price is failing to break 182,500 ppl, the psychological price level, and which is not out of the ordinary for GJ. It is bound to come back, give us a pullback before we can see the push towards the upside. So for GJ, as usual, if you're patient enough, you'll get these entries. Minimal drawdown for 200 pips, and you could be done trading for the week. Okay, so for GJ, for those patient traders who can wait, for the intraday traders, this is not a scalp setup, because for scalpers you need to be in and out as fast as possible. So as a scalper, I'd most likely monitor price action on the lower time frame, and the lower time frame for me is the 1 minute time frame. And what is price telling us right now? As you can see, we're failing to break 181 flat, and we're most likely, if price closes above 181,500, you can see the squeeze before the news for around 30 pips. So this would be a nice scalp for the scalpers, because there's no need to enter trades here. This is messy price action. Entering a trade here is just, you just want to lose money. Wait for your setups. Okay, so if your trading plan and system allows you to enter here, you can enter, but as for me, I need a clear break above 181,500 and holding above 181,500 to validate my buys. This shows me that the pullback is done and we are moving on to the primary phase of market structure, which is creating higher highs. So if you have any questions or anything you might want to add, you can just drop them in the chat. As for gold, you can see price just shot up, I think 30 pips just as we were speaking. This is on the lower time frame, that's why you'll see the move looking a little bit larger than usual, but that's just 20 pips. So I can't see any scalps. I mean, I can't see any trades before the news is out. Therefore, I can't rush in right now, because that will be FOMO. As you can see, for those who tried to rush in, they're currently holding drawdown. So just exert a little bit more patience, wait for an hour to pass. After the hour passes, you can now start executing on, depending on the data that we receive. So if we get optimistic data, which will be surprising, this will show us that the US economy is still tight and will keep the dollar. So here we have the dollar index. Let me quickly shift it out to a clear, better chart for us to monitor the dollar index. So if we get optimistic data, which will be very surprising, this shows us that the economy will still be tight. And if we get a bullish dollar index above 101, this means that we're going to get gold sales intraday. So that is just for the day before we can go back to our normal programming. Okay, so that's for the dollar and gold depending on the data. So just monitor data that you're going to receive in the next hour. If you get optimistic data, sells for gold, buys for the dollar index. If you get worse than forecasted data, you're going to get sells on the dollar index and buys on gold. So that's basically it. Just have to sit tight, exert a little bit more patience. But yeah, so let me just do this and send it to the free Telegram chat. For those who aren't able to join the live streams, you can find the markups at the Telegram chat. So here we have the buys at 1965 and continuation buys above 1972. So I've given out the fundamentals behind this, and the technicals you can rely on my system or on your system, but I'd like for me to see on the 1 minute price failing to break below 1965, holding above and seeing consecutive bullish candles printing out. That will be the best scenario. Otherwise, if price starts ranging around here, this will form messy price action, and I'd rather not take a trade before the news. So yeah, that's basically it. If you have no questions, I'll probably turn on some music as we wait for price to do what it does best.
to protect your soul.
with